Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Elevator. This week I'm joined by my good and cool friend, Anika B. She's an author of, well, I was going to say author of sorts, but she's like a proper author. She recently released a book of poetry. She's incredibly talented, skilled, and gifted. Anika, would you like to introduce yourself to the people and them?
Hello, everyone. My name is Anika. I recently published my first book of 9 books that are in the works. But Are You Really Sorry? It is a poetry journal. It's a chapbook filled with concise poetry and lots of introspective questions and drawings that you can color. You can find me on Instagram at Anika B.
That's wonderful. Uh, that's Well, that's great news because, like, I guess now is the time to get in on the ground floor, right? You have 9 in the work. You could be, you, dear listener, can be one of the first. You can be on her before it was cool. All right.
For sure.
So, so the concept this week is since I'm aware that Anika is a talented writer, and I could just ride on her coattails for the entire hour. Uh,
Well, I write on yours.
uh, we have gone to Wikipedia. Uh, I'm going to click this random article button, and whatever comes up, whatever Wikipedia decides that will be the topic for for our movie today. All right. So I'm gonna just give this a clickety click.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. So I guess today we will be writing a movie about. You ready for this one, Anika? You ready for this one?
Already. Hit me.
The BAPS Hindu Mandir in Abu Dhabi.
Interesting.
Okay. I send the link there. Oh, also this is the
Yes.
first that's the first remote recording I'm doing for the show. So if it have things that need explaining, that should explain it.
Yes.
Uh, oh
Interesting.
wait, I forgot this very important aspect of the show. At the start of the show, I like to do like a tiny little interview type thing. Uh, before we start actually writing and such and so forth.
Hmm.
Um, so suppose my first question for you today would be what's a word that just real satisfying to say?
Epiphany.
Epiphany.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. That would be
But
our censorship word.
mostly because I'm a big Swiftie, and that's a Taylor Swift
Oh,
song.
okay. Whoa. Uh, I can't. I'm not qualified to comment. I was gonna say compliment, but I'm not qualified to comment. As you can see, I'm not great at words. That's a good thing we have you here today. As you write about the BAPS Hindu Mandir Abu Dhabi. Also, you are now allowed to curse as much as you want because I have the materials with which to censor us.
Oh, beautiful.
Did you get the link?
Yes, I have pulled it up and I am now looking at it.
All right, wonderful. So I'm going to click I'm going to start the timer now. Uh,
Mhm.
we have 1 hour before the elevator arrives. Let's get into the BAPS Hindu Mandir of Abu Dhabi.
My question though is, w- why are there no pictures? Like, it's a place of worship. Wikipedia. Why are there no pictures?
Apparently, it's still under construction.
Oh, spicy.
So hmm, that's interesting.
Mhm.
No, I mean it's in Abu Dhabi, so I figure that they have all the land that they need and want.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if it will be stepping on anybody. Also, this movie is set in Abu Dhabi. Let me put some pictures of Abu Dhabi.
Yes, and
Uh,
it is based on a Hindu temple. I don't think either of us are Hindu.
no, we're not.
This is gonna be fun.
but we can be people in general who
Yes.
know a thing about construction, perhaps.
Yes, for
Uh,
sure.
so so maybe the story happens on a construction site where they are building the BAPS Hindu Mandir in Abu Dhabi.
It will. Okay, so I'm seeing here that this place will have a visitor center, prayer halls, exhibitions, learning areas, sports areas for children, gardens, water features. What are water features?
Mhm.
Like water fountains? A food court, books, and a gift shop. Interesting.
That's a whole lot for a Mandir. Uh, so what kind of story we could tell here in the construction site for big fancy Mandir?
So I'm not gonna lie. I saw Temple, and the first thing that I thought of was like Bollywood, ZTV, like soap operas or like romance movies.
Uh, the issue here is that also the first thing I thought as well. Uh, so I guess you're writing a love movie in
A
in
Hindu
this
temple under
in a Hindu
construction.
temple. Uh,
Great.
hmm.
Interesting. All right, so we gotta get some characters in here. So the temple's still under construction. So it's not
Yeah.
like people gonna like be visiting the temple yet to meet up. So how our protagonist going to meet?
So I'm thinking, well, we need to know who the protagonists are. Perhaps one
Yes.
is just a construction worker.
Okay.
Uh, because I feel like that's just the most obvious way to go with this. One is just a construction worker.
Or
Um,
maybe oh, never mind. I'm still on the Wikipedia page, just looking at it, and they have the mandar will be hand carved by artisan. So maybe one of the characters could be like one of the people who doing all the designs and intricate
oh,
stuff on the mandar, and maybe come in to like install it in the temple. Maybe just throwing that
oh
out
yeah,
there.
like one of the artists who.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like pretentious artist.
Yeah. Also, that movie about us.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right, so we're gonna censor this whole person's personality off of you. Great.
Off of me. Nah, I pretentious, but I'm no artist. Uh, which is exactly something that a pretentious artist would 100% say.
I was just thinking that.
Okay, so one is an artist.
All
And I
right.
guess the artist would be held in like high regard. It'd be like, whoa, you the art boy, you make the stuff
Mm-hmm.
for Hindu Jesus, whoever that might be. And
Oh Lord. And okay, so we need our second character.
all
If we're
right.
making this a love story, all right. So is the artist a girl or a dude? That's a good
Uh,
question. Probably a
that's a good
dude
question.
because if they're in Abu Dhabi, right? They it's probably uh easier if it was a dude to like travel around and do stuff. You know?
It probably would be easier. As well
Yeah.
as it could be okay, so it's a girl who like she of course she being held down by the man, the patriarchy. And but she like undeniably extremely talented. So she ended up in this position regardless.
Oh, true. I was just thinking, like me as like in my 20s, brown girl, I wouldn't like be allowed to travel by myself to go to like
That's
a
true.
completely different country. But I mean, I say that having literally traveled to go and study by myself, but it's fine.
See? See? Gosh. That's so not feminist of you. But
I know the shades.
all right. So you have this young lady whose name is something that you will make up. I'm terrible at names. And
Um, Karishma, that's the
Karishma.
stereotypical Indian name.
It don't need to be stereotypical. Like Karina.
Okay.
The name Karina does always get me because like before I knew the name Karina, I knew the word Karining. So
Mhm.
when somebody named Karina, just imagine them running into a wall.
Oh,
And
no. I actually really like the name Karina. I know Karina and she's really nice. So yeah, we could go with Karina.
I mean it's not a bad name, it's just it just comes from a bad word for me personally. But I mean but anyway, so her name is Karina, I guess. And we
Yes.
can still have a Karishma. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? So
Mhm.
this manor being built by some rich people is
Mhm.
what I think I see in here, right?
Mhm.
And so what if the rich people they just be in the place like have to look at this art, have to see all this stuff what going on. The rich people have a daughter named Karishma.
Also, I love that we literally picked Karina and Karishma are like the two famous actors. The Kapoors, Karina Kapoor,
Oh
Karishma
yeah,
Kapoor.
for real. Alright, so this is a movie starring Karina and Karishma Kapoor, except Karina
Yes.
Karina will play Karishma and Karishma will play Karina to be very confusing on set.
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay, okay. So we have these two young ladies. Uh
Mhm.
construction is underway. Um Karina Karina is the artist, yes. I should write that down.
Yes.
Karina is the artist. She is coming to do her first installation. And of course, the big rich boy who have to monitor everything. She Oh yes, thank you so much
Yeah.
for writing it because I have already forgotten to write it. Um, so Karina is coming to do her installation, and Karishma's dad, whose name is probably in here somewhere, um, we'll just call him Mr. Maharaj because I think that's the first name I see here. So Mr. Maharaj's
Cool.
daughter has come with him to oversee the installation, the first piece of hand carved art.
Sounds good.
And Karina sees this lady and she's like, "Whoa, yo, whoa,
Spicy.
there's a forbidden love story because this is in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, no, this is probably I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
It was forbidden love, though."
True, true. Maybe she could like set him up. Maybe she could like have like a lavender wedding and like set her up with her brother.
That's so there's like that one part of Hamilton where the sister was in love and she was like, "Well, you could just date my sister instead." Except this time it's her brother. That's the kind of
There's a
situation that happened.
I don't know if you've watched Dickinson. Big spoiler alert for anyone who's watching Dickinson. Just skip over this part that I'm about to say. But literally in the first episode of Dickinson, Emily, the main character, her best friend marries her brother because forbidden love again.
Oh, okay, but what if
Yeah,
this time
yeah.
Forbidden Love window?
I mean, oh, so they could like run away together.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
ooh, like, yeah, yeah. Um, they can't
Okay, but
actually like.
like we're just like as a side point, then we can't get the Kirschman and Karina actors to play the parts anymore because that would be too weird.
That would indeed be creepy. Um, but you know, whoever buy the movie from us, because this movie will clearly be sold, whoever buy this movie
Yeah,
from
for
us
sure.
they could be responsible for casting and stuff.
Yes.
Like, what kind of mechanics would go through like them expressing their love or something? It's like, hmm. Okay, so let's say Karina is one of the artists
Mhm.
working on this thing, and
We need to have a meet cute. Like, how do they meet?
Yeah, we need to have a meet cute. Um,
Yes.
we could establish like how the movie opens first,
Oh yeah, for sure.
or
Yes.
yeah, we should. I feel like because we have to go get those 5 acts, you know. All right,
Yes.
so first act, um, it opens with the sounds of construction happening, and very fancy. Was a very fancy car. Um,
Mhm.
uh, 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 uh,
So
shucks,
so
I don't
so
know.
we opening with Karishma?
I think we opening with like so this very fancy car pulls into the place, right?
Mhm.
You see this this very tall man whose name is Mr. Maharaj. He steps out and he starts to walk into the place. The the Kasas like head of working place. I know these words, you know. I study business. I should know these words. The project manager, he runs out
Yes,
and
yeah.
he's like, he's like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Maharaj. We have done the things." And Mr. Maharaj is like, "I've come to see the art happening." And like Mr. Project Manager, he's like, "Oh, oh yes, yes, it's done. We have it here." And they're like, "Oh, let's go look at this art." And they go in to look at the art, and like the project manager wants to introduce the artist, who is Karina.
Mhm.
And the Mr. Maharaj like, "Nah, nah, we don't talk to women around here. Yeah, here, woman, you come and
Oof.
talk to. You could stand over there." And like, and
So we don't
also,
just
oh
have
wait,
society as the antagonist, we have the dad too.
we have, well, her dad is like the henchman of society.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, so she like, "All right, I'll just get to the side or whatever." And Mr. Maraj talking to the project manager, whose name is Cletus. And no, that's
Lovely name.
okay, his name is Cletus. And so Cletus and Maraj talking, they're having a little chat. And Karina over there, she fuming, she mad because she put in work, she make this
Mhm.
happen. And Mr. Maraj over there like, "Go cover
Yeah,
your
like she's the
ankles."
artist. She's, I mean, a
Hey.
starving artist, of course, but like she's a talented one, and people wanna. Oh, right. Okay, so here we get like a little bit about her personality. So she's like sassy and like real in your face. So she probably going to like go straight up to Mr. Maharaj and be like, "Listen, I did this. So you're gonna speak to me or speak to nobody?"
uh, yeah, yeah. It's like she wants to get all up in his face.
Mhm.
And the what she does, she could get into his face, and the and Mr. Maraj like, "Yeah, you need to fire this one." And like,
Or or we could have like, you know how like they do these like cutscenes where like she walks up to him and she like tells him off, and then it like goes back to her and she didn't actually do it, but she was like imagining
oh
it.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
this yeah, this
So
100% a teenage romance movie.
yeah, so
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, because like maybe like parts of like her like growth from the beginning to like the end of the movie would be like, you know, she doesn't like stand up for herself and stuff. So she's like, okay, I will just sit down here and like take whatever. But I want to like
yeah.
tell him off, but I'm not going to.
Like she so wants she had this rage in her, and she's so angry,
Yeah.
and she just doesn't.
Mhm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, yes. I like that. And then she's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I guess I'll stand in the back or whatever."
Mhm.
And while she there fuming and huffing,
Mhm.
uh, she catches a glimpse of
Karishma?
ex- yes, yes, that is indeed the name we give her. I should be looking at the chat.
Indeed.
Oh yes, you did put it in the chat. Thank you so
I
much.
did. Yes.
All right, so she catches a glimpse of
We
Karishma.
didn't
She's
we
like,
didn't give Karina a last name, but that's fine because it's not going to matter for too much longer. Wink wink.
"Whoa, that's Karina take Karishma's." That would be such a huge like
And it'll be such a big like middle finger to Mr.
yeah,
Maharaj too.
Yeah, it should be like yeah, exactly. It will be a huge middle finger to Mr.
Mhm.
Mirage. That's a beautiful concept. All right, so Karina doesn't need a last name,
Yeah.
and Karina rich people daughter. Sorry, I know read any other message in the chat. Karishma rich people daughter. Karishma Raj.
Right, yeah. So we have the scene where she was going to go up and tell off Mr. Maharaj, and then she was like, no, and then she catches a glimpse of Karishma.
Yeah, she sees Karishma and she's
Oh,
like
oh, oh,
big fat
hear me out.
ooh. Yeah.
Maybe Karishma steps in and is like, Dad, no, we need to speak to the person who actually working on it, and like stands up for her.
Hmm. That would be cool. But
Yeah,
also
because
I mean, if her father like this sexist, um
yeah, but people, let's be different. We don't Sharon, right?
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, but what if Krishman not there? What
Okay.
if
All right.
Krishman not there? I
Mhm.
I
Yeah, that
I have
doesn't
another
seem like. I feel like it's too soon to have like a meet cute for them. We need to introduce
yeah
the characters and
for
stuff.
them to immediately
Yeah.
have that yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So
okay.
he like says he wants to deal with somebody else, and she doesn't say
Mhm.
anything. And then, so what does he think of the art? Does he like it? Is he impressed?
I think I think he almost likes it. I think he almost likes it and he's like, you know what? I want to discuss this art further because I almost like it. You know, and people, you know how that
Hmm.
be. As an you're an artist,
Hmm.
you look at art as well. You know how that be
Hmm.
when you almost like art. Um, she's like, I almost like this art, but I think like we need to discuss this further. And and he's like, I guess you could bring your artist and we'll talk about this like at a lunch or something.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. That makes
because
sense.
I feel
Yeah.
like that would give a chance for to like build up some dialogue with like say Karina and the project manager like I hate this guy so
Yeah.
much. He is like not cool and the project manager like yes we know it like he mad sexist
Hmm.
and blah 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 but he pays the bills and you have the skills so you have to be here
Yeah.
for this meeting and she's like I don't want to.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds good. Um. Also, does she have friends there? Is she friends with the project manager, or is she just like there by
I
herself?
think she's friends with the project manager. I think like the project manager know her for a while, and
Okay. Cool.
that's why he would trust to bring her for this project. Like you know what she about, like the
Okay.
tights. I think the tights.
Oh my god. Hear me out. I know
Oh
this
my
is
gosh!
like such a yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm gonna say, don't you? Love triangle.
the project manager is hopelessly in love with her.
Of course he
Yes,
is.
yes, yes, yes. The project manager love her so much, and that's why like Mr. Mirage don't actually even want to see her. Like he wants to see project manager, but the
Mhm.
project manager like he trying to finagle his way into her heart, even though her heart is guarded by
Oh my god, I
yeah, like
love
her heart
it.
is actually guarded by
But
lesbianism.
but does she know already? Does she know already? That's a big point.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Hmm. Uh, she does she know?
Maybe she's like, I don't even want to think about it because I am married to my work. I just want to focus on my
Yeah,
art.
you know, maybe she don't know about. Maybe she just think he's like he just like chilling because he knows that she is a gay woman.
Ooh, spicy.
Like, and that's why like he know the love will always be unrequited, but it's like one of those situations where you love somebody so much that you just want to see them happy and like do good for them, as
Hmm.
opposed to
I love that.
yeah, like he could actually be a decent man. Oh, imagine writing a movie with a decent man. That'd be insane.
I thought that's what I'm doing right now.
Uh, Okay, so he's a decent man who respect that she's a lesbian, but he still want to see her happy because he genuinely love her as a person. They are best
Yes,
friends.
yes. Okay. Cool. All right. That sounds good. Okay, so we have that scene, and then maybe we could like cut to the Mirage house where like he calls and tells like his wife or something that all right, we're bringing these people over because we need to discuss business, and then the wife and the daughter like goes and like starts preparing for these people coming, and the daughter is like, I don't know, we need to have like some issue with the daughter and Mr. Maharaj.
I hmm.
Maybe
Is it
so if he is that sexist, maybe she wants to like, I don't know, do something, and he's like, no, woman, don't do that. Like, I was thinking like study, but that's so outdated,
that is
right?
outdated? Or maybe it's
Maybe she wants to like travel the world or something, and he's like, no,
yeah, it could be. Yeah, she wants to travel to and he's like, not on my
yeah,
watch. You'll do that when you have a husband.
yeah.
And she's like, I don't want a husband though. I want to be free and explore and do stuff. And he's like, no.
Maybe that's why she wants to go travel the world.
Yeah, yeah, the pressure of having to find a husband or whatever. And she like, I just chilling though.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so it could be, and she hate the situation because the man come into her house for a meeting, and like when the boys come, she and her mom just have to go into servitude mode, like
Yeah.
gotta with hands and feet on these people, and she expecting this just gonna be a meeting full of testosterone, and she gonna hate everything about it.
Hmm.
Little does she know that the future love of her life is going to be there.
So okay, so we have like the very like quiet Korean. She's like kind of sassy, but not outwardly
Mhm.
sassy. So what is Karishma's personality like?
Karishma is outwardly sassy and
Outwardly
internally
sassy.
scared. She's like the polar
Okay.
opposite. She's like the polar opposite of
Oh, I love it. Okay, so um, all right, so maybe that's why she and her father like not really talking right now. Maybe because uh like she told him off about how she wants to like travel the world, and he was like no.
mhm.
And right, okay, so okay, so we have like them like decorating. They not decorating, setting the table and stuff. When um it's just a project manager and Karina coming, right?
Yeah, I think so. I could have another man who just there. You don't need to. You can have like a nameless goon who also there too. Uh, just a bunch of men,
Okay,
and
cool.
also Karina.
It should be like a long table of like just a whole set of man, and then just Karina and
Ye-
Krishma and the mother, just like the
it's
only
like
woman there.
no, like Karishma and the mother, not even there. Like they have to go get the juice and such.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh.
you catch Karina in the kitchen,
Mhm.
and she like, "Mommy, I don't want to though. Mommy, this is poo poo. This nonsense." And mommy
And the
like,
mother's like, I'm so sorry, but this is just the way it
yeah,
is.
just
You
take out
know.
this pitcher of lime juice to the people. And she like, I would have spit in this pitcher of lime juice. And mom like, no, come on, just do the thing.
You know how Indian movies just have like that one like real funny like uh, there for no reason scene. Maybe we could have a scene where like I don't know, she like put something in her father lime juice, like pepper or something, just to like embarrass them.
Yeah.
Or is that too childish?
It could be childish, but I mean, who knows who it's about. Listen, right? It's about the BAPS Hindu Mandir in Abu Dhabi. I don't think. I think we could be forgiven for, for having a scene where she just throws some pepper into his drink. And like we
Beats.
have a scene where he drinking it and it burning him to hell, but he like have to look cool for these people.
Yeah. So he just have to sit down and take it.
And he they're absolutely suffering.
Yeah.
Okay,
Love it.
so I'm like, all right, carry the juice for the people and she's like, I don't want to carry juice for the people and and my mom like, just carry juice for the people and So she carried the juice for the people and she going outside and she like, "Ugh, I could smell the Axe body spray from here. God, I hate all these people. And she walks into the place and like it have a little bit where Karina trying to like talk about the art because she is the art person. And
Mhm.
the man like, well, no, whatever, brushing her off, like, don't even bother to. How dare you be outspoken, you woman, you woman, you.
Maybe he just doesn't even like listen to her. Like he just pretends like he doesn't even hear her, and he just like speaks directly to the project manager.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She just completely being ignored.
Yeah,
Like she is the
yeah,
artist, but like all the nameless goons like closer to the actual conversation than her. Like she just on the outskirts.
yeah.
And she's like, oh, I feel so
And
sad.
she and we could have like that scene where she like like knocks back the chair and like picks up her glass and like flings it to the floor and is like, I am the artist, you will listen to me. And then it cuts back to her sitting down in a chair not doing anything.
Yeah, yeah. We have just a ton of internal monologue and dreaming going on with her. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. And
Okay, so we gotta have that moment where the two characters like meet. Like officially. Like something has to we gotta have a collision in the wise words of Shawn Mendes.
in wow, that's another. Now I have to listen to Taylor Swift and Shawn Mendes. Look what.
As you can see, I'm just very sad. Like I just listen to sappy music, but it's fine.
It's okay. Yeah, what do you know about Mountains of the Moon and Dead Cab for Cutie? You ever hear name Dead Cab for Cutie? Like you just know that's
I
depression.
have.
You just know that's depression. But anyway,
Okay,
so these two
so
emo kids are writing a movie, and where these two girls they meet up, right?
yes, we gotta figure out how they meet.
Well,
Well, we know how they meet. We just have to have that moment where
yeah.
things,
What makes it cute and breathtaking?
yeah, this zing.
Does it have
Hmm.
that that have the stereotypical kind of she walks in, she accidentally drops something, and Karina reaches out and picks it up, and she's like, and then they make eye contact as she takes the whatever it is for a spoonfuls or something, and like,
I don't know. I feel like it has to have more like pizzazz. Like something has to. I don't know. Like just, I'm trying. Hmm. Maybe maybe the father's like complaining about something or like needing some like person to do something, and then like Karina is like, why don't you hire me? Sorry, Karishma is like, why don't you hire me to like oversee this, and if I do it properly then you'll let me like, because this guy is rich, right? So maybe he has like different places around the world, and she's like, maybe you'll finally let me like travel to like these different, oh, maybe instead of traveling she wants to like be a part of the like the family business, and he's like, no, you
oh
are a woman.
yeah, he just respects her as a woman to let her into his situation. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. So she walks in and is like, "That's a bad idea. Maybe we should do this instead." And if my idea works, then you have to like at least consider me to run something or the other in the business, in the family business.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Because I was going to like be like, okay, they could have a bit where they meet here. I was like, whoa, what if they
Mhm.
don't meet? What if they almost meet?
Oh my god!
Like
I love it.
yeah. Like Karina, like she just so fed up. She's so sick of this whole situation. She like, you can I just go to the bathroom or something. Like she don't actually want to go, she just wants to get the heck out of this situation. And like,
I have an important question.
what is that?
Are we directing a 3-hour Indian movie?
A 3 hour Indian movie.
Because that's how long Indian movies are.
Listen, this is not an Indian movie, this is an Abu Dhabi movie, okay? And we also have 28 minutes left to write the rest of this movie. So
Oh
I don't
no.
think it could be 3 hours long.
Okay, Pete.
You know what? You know what? We'll just do an hour and a half worth of songs and boom, there we go.
Oh yeah. That works. That works.
All right.
Right. Okay.
So she asks to excuse herself and she goes out to the garden or something and sings a song. And
Yeah.
Karishma comes in as Karina leaves the room. Karishma comes and like, here is the food, and
Yes,
then
of
Karishma will
course.
leave and she will sing a song when Karina come back, and they just don't meet.
Oh my god! And when Karina leaves to go back, sorry, Karishma leaves to go back with her mom or whatever. I don't know if you've ever seen like those this Barbie movie, The Princess and the Pauper, but like there's a scene where they're both like, "I am a girl like you." So like the two of them are singing like their different songs or whatever, and
So it's like,
there's just this one scene where like the screen is like split in two and they're both there like singing
yeah,
like the
and
last line of
the
their
songs just come
songs.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob was working for Plankton and Mr. Krabs sing the song and SpongeBob sing the song, but it was like separate.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yes. All right. So
Okay.
she's sad. The both of them sad, and well, I guess all right. So how Karishma will get into the work site.
Right. So remember Krishna like walked in and was like, I want to be part of family business. So I am going to see about this. And if it like works out, then if it like impresses you,
Mhm.
you have to like consider me. So now she has to like go to the construction sites and actually like do whatever it is she said she was going to do to
You
impress the father.
you know what it is? Like she comes in and she's like, "Yo, I'm an artist too." Guess what? She's an artist too, and she's like, "I want to be a part of this." And if I like, no, and the very kind-hearted project manager, Cletus, he like,
Hmm.
she could be here too. She like we have room for her. She could like come, see how things be. And the father taking it as a
Hmm.
joke. The father just expecting her to fail completely, and she like, yeah, haha, yeah, sure, what the heck ever. Just let her go on this
Yeah.
in this place, do this thing, and that
Oh my god. And when she like starts off like doing the art as well, they both like really hate each other because they have like different art styles and stuff, and they're like no. And Karina's like, I'm the professional, and Kirschman's like, I know what my dad would like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And in
Yeah.
a way, the both of them pining for his approval, but in completely separate ways.
Yeah.
Because Karina, he's like a proxy for society, and she wants
Hmm.
approval as an artist, and society is a proxy for Karishma's
Oh,
father because she wants approval as a person.
love that, deep.
Yeah, that mad deep. It is 100% a teen romance.
I'm 14 and this is deep.
Hello, welcome to my
Okay.
Wattpad. This is my fanfic about the BAPS Hindu Mandir Abu Dhabi.
I love it. Wait, were you on Wattpad?
I was never on Wattpad.
Okay, yeah, yep,
Yeah,
I was not Wattpad either.
we know you be a Wattpad person. You're probably a AO3 person as well.
No, I was not AO3.
Nah, I think that's I think that's the newer one. I think that's for the youths and the K-pop fan
Okay.
fiction. K-pop fan fiction. I need to write that down as an idea for one of these episodes.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have them quarreling about art and stuff, and um okay, so maybe they like first time that they meet before they like quarrel about the arts and blah blah blah. Karishma goes in and she like just starts working, and Karina's like, "You're doing it wrong. I am the like this is my thing," and Karishma's like, "I am Miss Maharaj. This is my family's place. Like,
It's like,
no."
is
And
Karishma
so,
one of the sculptors or like she designing?
oh,
Because
maybe
like
she's designing it.
yeah, like what she is a designer, and then Karina like
Yeah.
this is a terrible designer. Go and do it properly. And then Krishna like
Okay.
you
All
have
right.
ruined my vision,
Mm-hmm.
and that could be where the little bits of hatred stem from.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so we have like every day them like coming in to work, and Karina thinks that Karishma is just this like stuck up, like prissy, like rich girl, and Karishma thinks that Karina is just this pompous, pretentious artist, which I mean we all are,
Yeah,
but
aren't we truly? There's a story
yeah.
about us. Yeah, I'm such a Karina. Oh my gosh. Um,
And project manager, what was his name?
Cletus.
Yes, yes,
I'm almost ashamed
Cletus.
that that's the only name I consistently remembering because I keep having to go back to the chat to see Karishma and Karina to remind myself which is which. I know who Cletus is
So
though.
cute. Right. So uh he just there trying to like the two of them just be like, all right, y'all need to calm down. Taylor
Oh,
Swift. Yeah, you need to calm down and like get the stuff done before we all get fired and shunned from society and then never get like jobs again. Um so he's just there like acting as an intermediary between the two of them.
yeah. So it have, yeah, sure. And so it have all this conflict that he trying to keep in line, and Karina just refused to do the thing that Karishma want.
Hmm.
And it could have like a
Hmm.
split where like the both of them they have like this big huge argument, right? And
Hmm.
you see they have like a separation where it's like they go off in their own directions, and then Karina
Hmm.
like she round in the corner or something, and she find uh Karishma in a room by herself having a cry about it because to Karishma she feel as though Karina and Cletus ruining her opportunity to be like respected by her father
Hmm.
because she want that sphere of like control to show him like yeah there's me, I could do the thing, I doing the thing,
Yeah.
look at me now. And like it have that little turn for Karina where she like this person going through the same thing I going through in in a very terrible way. I mean not the
Yeah,
same thing.
so they finally like speak and they're like, okay, these are my issues, and then they get to like know each other a little bit, and they're like, oh, okay, I guess you weren't as bad as I thought you were.
Yeah. I don't even think they speak about the problems. I think it's like I think Karina just started to like actively try to facilitate Karishma and try to like
Hmm.
help her get to her vision.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's
and to
like,
make it like perfect, so she like works like extra hours and stuff just to make sure that it looks exactly the way that Kirschman wants it.
yeah, yeah. Well, maybe not
Yeah.
exactly, but I feel like you could see this kind of scenario where it starts to synergize, and you see like
Hmm.
they come together and create something like brand new,
Hmm.
and it would be like a metaphor for the for you know how relationships theoretically supposed to work. So
The depth, we love it. Um,
yeah, it's very deep.
and and
John Green, nothing. John Green, nothing.
and then we have Cletus, who I just feel so bad for Cletus. He just there, stayed villain the whole time. So we could like we could have him being like a big support system to both of them, like, the brother that they always wanted.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
he becomes that
Oh, and
person.
maybe Krishna's like annoyed with that at first because like the father has him as a project manager, so she's like, oh, he is the father respects him but not me. But then she gets to know Cletus as well and is like, oh, he's actually not that bad.
I think so. I think she
Mhm.
have like this hate for Cletus as well with regards to Karina because she like he that's his favorite. Like he just on his side, whatever, whatever, whatever. While Cletus just trying
Yeah,
his best. Cletus is that guy who just
yeah,
trying so hard.
yeah. And then we have that scene where okay, so then we go to like the big reveal where they show the father, and the father like he's emotionless, but he's impressed, but he doesn't want to say that he's impressed.
Yeah, because it's two women trying to show him this thing. I was like,
Yeah. And then he like starts to like pick out like these random things that like not that big of a deal, but it could have been done better.
yeah,
And
he like he see a flower and he like I don't like that flower. Do a different flower or something like that.
Yeah, and Karina at first is like, okay, it's fine, I can fix it. And then he's like, no, this design, blah blah blah, and like starts putting on Kirschman and is like, you designed this, I told you, like blah 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 blah, like your police is here and not there. And then Karina,
Hmm.
like, then you know how like she always like snaps but
Yeah.
like takes it back. This time she actually snaps and is like, listen, I am an artist and this design is good. And if you actually want me to fix anything, then fine, I'll fix it. But you can't like stand up here and say that like your daughter is extremely talented and stuff.
She does say and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's Indian movies, so we'll have to have like a whole monologue, and then like the cut scenes to everybody's face, like the camera like coming straight up to the father's face, like,
Yeah.
and a black and white flash or on his face, like, gosh,
And then they're just like mad and then she'll leave and they'll sing a song. And
yeah.
you know what? Every time I have a love song about Karina and Krishma, they're like
Mhm.
they're surrounded by lotus flowers or something. And that could be like representative.
Oh,
And that's the thing he hate. That's the thing he hates about the design. He like, why have lotus flowers over my place? That's dumb, that's lame.
oh.
And it's like
So like he
that
kind of knows, but he doesn't know.
it's like yeah, it's like he does it's a separate metaphor for for the
Also,
for society's
also,
distaste for the love.
this would be like a real big pet peeve of mine when they like crunch, when like people crunch like a whole like love story into when the love story just happens too quickly,
Hmm.
right? That you don't have like enough substance. So maybe like nobody like they don't need to like get married at the end of the movie and stuff. They could just like
Yeah, they could just be dating or something. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
I say,
They don't actually need to like elope or anything.
yeah, you know, like they so through this whole thing, well, this would just be them genuinely developing real emotions for each other. Whoa, we breaking.
Yeah,
I think we just do something groundbreaking there then, because
I think so too, because all of the Indian movies, at the end, people just get married and just have like the big party and stuff.
and they're always
Oh my God, we're making the Indian, well, the Abu Dhabi version of the half of it.
Anika is about to spoil the ending of the half of it. So skip a bit, skip a bit.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I am sorry. I suck. Well,
Uh,
and that's how the half of it ended. The two characters didn't and well, they didn't even end up together at all. One of them just left and went away.
that's some big huge spoilers for the half of it.
I'm so sorry.
I I I I have never seen. To be honest with you, before I say the name,
You could just cut that off. My bad.
before I say the name, the half of it, I didn't even know that was a thing. Um,
You should watch it. It's really
I'll just edit in this bit. I'll just put this bit. I'll just say, Anika is about to spoil the ending of the half of it. So skip a bit. Skip a bit.
Yeah, great. Thank you. I am sorry. I suck. Right, yeah. So Karina goes and like boss up the father, and then the father like gets like really, really vexed. Mr. Mirage is like, Cletus, you have to fire her. She doesn't know her place in society. She is an artist, not you know, dignified like me.
I think he would more respect that she's an artist. He'll be like, she's a woman. She's a woman.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
she be talking?
True. Well, maybe both because he rich,
Yeah.
so he's
She's a
like
she's an
meh.
artist and a woman. She's not even a male doctor. How dare she speak?
She's not even me.
She's not me, Dr. Mirage, Esquire.
Yeah. Yeah, and so Cletus is like, does Cletus have the scene where he like stands up for her as well? Because we all know that Cletus is like secretly in love with Karina. So
Cletus definitely. I I wonder if
yeah.
he will stand up for her, or he will try to secure her position, because that's two different things in the situation. If he stand up for her, that could lead to the both of them not having a job.
We don't even need to show what he tells Mr. Mirage because maybe he's just like trying to like calm him down, and then he like goes out and Karina's like, I'm fired, aren't I? And he's like, no, of course not. You think I would still be here if you were fired? And and Karina's like, what? But after what I just did, and he's like, I spoke to him, and you know, we both recognize that you're talented and you deserve like to be here doing your thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
I
okay,
like
so
that.
we need like some kind of closure for Karishma with her dad and society.
I think we could see them like continuing to like work and
Well, actually, you know what? Maybe she was inspired by Karina like leaving where was Karina from? She's from India. And yeah,
we
maybe
never
she
established it. What if Karina was
yeah, we
from
did.
Canada?
No, no, remember the artisans are from India. So
Okay,
Karina's from India. Yeah.
all right.
Um yeah, so she was inspired that Karina left India and went to Abu Dhabi to do all of this art. So she's like, you know what, Dad, if you can't see my value, I will prove it to you. And she ends up like creating her own like design company and stuff, and just it doesn't even have to like end with it being successful, just her like being brave enough to like start it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah, for
uh,
sure.
and then and you want to do like a time jump, and she hires like Karina
Uh,
and
I feel
and
like
Cletus.
jumping so far ahead would be like meh. But what if?
Okay,
Because I
all
think
right.
like Cletus is the project manager, right? And he bring Karina
Yeah.
from, so he have like a successful business
Hmm.
in this sphere of whatever architecture, what have you. And
Hmm.
so what if you see you see where Karina and Krishma like they continue work and they like finish design, they finish the whole like big whole situation, they get rid of all the lotus flowers and whatever. And
Hmm.
the you, I feel like I'm about to zoom up to the ending, but so it's like it could have more like just them becoming closer. I don't think this is a love story. I think this is a friendship story. I think there's the birth of two best
Or
friends who had what each other
or,
needed.
or the beautiful thing about it is that we don't know what happens to them later on in life.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is just this is just the how villains are made, lol. Just kidding. This is just the introductory of the characters. Sequel maybe. JK.
Perhaps. But what I think is like you see them, they come together and they finish eating and they're under the rule of this guy who's also a metaphor for
Mhm.
society. But like
Yeah.
they hold fast together and they do what they had to do and
Hmm.
they finish the mural and the big stone situation. And
Yeah. Or maybe they both hid like one lotus flower in the
It's like,
thing, like a small one for him not to see.
because what I was
And
thinking, like for the ending, for the end reveal, is that it would have like
mhm,
the whole big thing, and then like
mhm,
as you zoom out, like
yeah,
you would see that all the stonework leads into each other,
mhm.
and the entire thing like out is outlined by a big huge lotus flower.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I love it.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. I
awesome.
love it.
So that would be the adorable ending. See, well, not necessarily
Mhm.
ending. It's like, all right.
Or
So
maybe
I
so after so Karishma had like told her father that she's gonna so yeah, they finished the project and everything, and then she goes off to like start her own business and stuff, right? And then so uh what are Karina and Cletus doing after they finish this project
or
for Mr. Mirage?
you going all the way there because from like, all right. So there's the ending I had in mind, right? They have this
Yeah.
whole they have this kind of like almost like a montage over a very nice
Hmm.
song. Whatever is the best song in the soundtrack, that's what will be here. And you see them working
Yeah.
so hard to finish the thing. And you see in
Hmm.
Cletus being proud of them. And you see in clips
Yeah.
of where Cletus, and they show you that Cletus went and he like threw himself to the ground and begged for Karina to have this chance. And
Yeah.
like they finishing the artwork and Karishma getting sad, she like there's like nothing changing. My father's saying the same. When are you
Uh-huh.
gone? It just going back to the way it was. And they have this whole and they had the like they had the unveiling for the artwork and stuff. And Cletus come to her and she like, nah, you don't have to go. Like, I mean, it just don't have to be the end. And he hand her like a little package, and in
Hmm.
it have a ticket, and it have the information as to, like where they are and a offer for a job.
Hmm. Oh, that's so cute. I love Cletus. He's so
Yeah,
sweet.
Cletus is the best man.
Yes.
And I think it ends with the
It has to
with
it has to end with the lotus, right?
yeah. So it ends with Mr.
Yeah.
Mirage going to he like he looking for his daughter and he go into her room and she gone like everything
Mm.
vanished. She
Mhm.
just disappear. And
Yeah.
you see and we could have like a slow zoom out of the artwork at the same time. Like he
Mhm.
looking for her, he can't find her. She goes onto the plane, she gets to where she has to be. As
Yeah.
it zooms out, you see him. He falls to the ground in front of the artwork and he like, I lose my daughter. And as you see, you have a scene of like his daughter being happy for once, and she and her best friend and Cletus
We
now starting
we
to.
don't even need to show like Karishma meeting up with them. We could just show like her being
Yeah, we
on the
don't need to show
plane and
that.
just like smiling and just like looking at the ticket stub.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She looking at the ticket stub, and
Yeah.
as it zoom out with the father, like absolutely in tears
Yeah.
and distraught, it
Mm.
zooms out to show the huge lotus surrounding everything.
Yes. And that's the ending of the
That's the
first movie.
ending of the first movie. The second movie will be the the cheesy love story.
Yes, I love that. I love that we haven't like gotten, two
Mhm.
strangers married by the end of the movie. Now they got to like know each other and feel each other's like personalities out and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
I
like
like it. Yeah.
it's a genuine love. It's not ham-fisted kind of love. You know how hams
Yeah.
be. You know how hams be fisting.
Yes. And it's man it's like, like generational trauma and dealing with like family and society and sexism and stuff and all the isms and phobias and stuff and like just yeah, I like it.
I like it
Very
also.
nice.
I think we did a very good I keep calling it a teenage romance movie. I think we have stepped past that. This is
Yes.
this is an adult best friends movie.
Yes.
The
I
rest
love
of
it.
all.
And historians will look back at it and be like, "Oh my god, they were best friends.
They were roommates.
They were gal pals."
Look at that. We finished. I think we just broke this movie wide open with 3.5 minutes before the elevator even arrives. So you want to do like a 5 act breakdown of this masterpiece before the elevator gets in?
Sure. Sure, sure.
Okay, so
Okay,
let's
so,
see our 5 acts. How does Act One happen?
Act 1 is the beginning with the construction scene where they meet up, and, she, like, we introduce all of the characters.
hmm I think
Right, Act 2.
I think going
Yeah?
straight up to the climax is like that development of like they of them getting the work and all of that. I feel like the low point of the movie would be where she in tears and she feel like she losing her father. And that's like yeah.
And then Karina's like, doesn't like tell her directly, but is like, I will help you win your father's approval.
hmm And there's some Act Two stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's like ramping up. I feel like the big pivotal action would be where the father's still disapproving of Karishma and
Hmm.
Karina like no, and they have that big fight. And actually, there's a whole lot of peaks and valleys, but there's also a 3 hour long movie. So
Yeah.
I feel like we even step past the 5 act system. We might have written up to 19 acts.
I mean, that is how Bollywood movies go.
uh, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. Well, I think would you see this movie?
I definitely
I
would.
w- I would
I
watch.
love I love cheese. I would definitely watch
I
it.
would watch the heck out of this movie. This is a great movie. Well, we even busted it before the elevator arrived. Thank you so much, Anika, for joining me here today. Uh, for assisting me in writing possibly the best non-romance movie our generation has ever seen.
Weird. Thank you so much for having me. This is so much fun.
Before you go, would you like to remind the people of who you are and why you are awesome?
Yes, thank you. I am Anika B. You can find me on Instagram at ANIQAHBE. I am a poet. I recently published my book, but I'm really sorry. It's a poetry journal, and I really want people to write and color in the pages, make dog ears, do all the blasphemous things that people don't do with books. Because my goal is to heal the world with my writing, as pretentious as
As
that
that
sounds.
sounds.
Thank you so
uh,
much.
Thank you so much. And thank you, dear listener, for joining us today as we waited and successfully wrote this movie. Uh, you can find us on Instagram or Twitter at The Elevator Pod. We are proud to be hosted by TTPM, Trinidad and Tobago Podcasts and Media Network of Podcasts and Media. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next floor.